This is a collaborative study that has been done in the context of Applicate, an H2020 project that seeks to advance prediction in polar regions and beyond. In particular, we explored the link between autumn Arctic sea ice and Northern Hemisphere winter forecast skill. These results were published this year in GRL if you want to look at further details. We analyzed a multimodal ensemble of seasonal forecast systems, 4 of them in total, and you can see that they all had different CS models. They considered different resolutions in the atmosphere and the ocean, and also different flavors of CIC initialization. The common aspects are the forecast period that covers 1993 to 2014. We also have that all systems were initialized the 1st of November, and we're going to focus on the signals in DJF, the first winter, and we have at least 25 members for each of the systems. And we took indeed 25 members to produce a large ensemble of 100 members, which has been used in the rest of the analysis. The interest was in trying to establish which is the link between November's Barents-Kara Seas and the predictive skill in winter in the Northern Hemisphere. And to do so, what we did was to take the original set and then to regress out from this set the signal that is associated to the Barents-Kara Seas changes in November from the winter surface air temperature, sea level pressure, and precipitation fields. With this, we produce a synthetic prediction system that, when compared to the original one, allowed that to quantify which part of the predictive skill could be associated with the Barents-Kara Seas changes. On the right, we're actually showing the differences in a skill, in particular the skill that is attributable to these Barents-Kara Seas changes. And this is for sea level pressure in winter, and you can see that in Western Russia, there is positive skill, so an increase in skill associated with these changes. We can look at other variables, and for example, in precipitation, the same region also exhibit positive correlations, and in surface air temperature, it is a little bit further south in Southeast Asia. And what we can also see, and we are going to illustrate it now, is that these changes in local skill are associated with the changes in the sea level pressure scale. To do so, we produce a scatter plot in which we randomly sample 10 members from each of the forecasts and computed the skill. Each of these dots provides a skill for each of the selections. And what you can see is that when the skill in one of these subsets is higher for the sea level pressure in Russia, it is also higher for precipitation on the same region. And the same happens when we compare the sea level pressure skill in Russia with the one in Southeast Asia temperature. So we can establish that there is a connection between them, but can we say if this skill is associated with the changes in the Barents-Kara Sea ice? Well, to do so, we define a teleconnection strength index that measures the correlation between November Barents-Kara Sea ice and sea level pressure changes in winter in Western Russia. And what you can see is that with this teleconnection, which is negative, is stronger, we also have stronger skill in sea level pressure, which is something interesting. So there is a link, a dynamical link between them. It's also interesting to see that for the teleconnection strength, we can compute it in observations, and these are telling us that in most of the system, the teleconnection strength is underestimated. And we can try to take advantage of this, for example, and select from all the different realizations, random realizations, those in which the teleconnection strength is strongest. And with those, we can compute the skill and compare it with the one of the original set that was based on 100 members. And what you can see here is that there is a skill gain. This is a real skill gain because these are real predictions, just using information that is based on process understanding to select those that are more physically realistic. And in those cases, we have an increase in scale, and it is consistent with the mechanism that we have explained before. This is the final result. I wanted to say that you have more results here that you can read, and you can also go to the paper. Thank you for your attention.